We live, baby.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on, Facebook and everybody else? How y'all doing today? If y'all don't know me, once again, my name is Joseph Newman. I'm the owner of Financial Freedom Credit Repair. And as of lately, people, I've been posting a lot of results that has been the result of trade lines. And in response to these results, I've been getting a lot of inquiries as to what a trade line is. So I thought we'd go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty about trade lines and what it is. Contrary to what the beliefs are, trade lines are not illegal. You know, people have just misused them in the past. But I use them right. We utilize them a lot within my company, and they are a great tool to boosting scores. Before we get into it, I ask that you like this video, like my page, and share this video as well. I'm gonna go ahead and start sharing it myself. Hold on one second. I want to make sure okay. All right, there we go. All right, trade lines. What is a trade line? So, as you can see, a trade line is a credit account that is already established that impacts credit. Now, that's my definition. You may Google it, and it may pops up as something else. If you don't understand that definition, I'm going to just put it to you like this. Trade line is nothing more than a credit card. If you go on a TradeLine website, you're going to see a list of credit cards. Now, you're going to see by that list of credit cards how much they cost. You're going to see how long they have been active, and you're going to see the credit limit. There are a bunch of different type of trade lines, but trade lines are very effective in boosting scores. I just had a client. She became my client like 10 days ago. I put the trade line on her report about 3 days after she became my client, and about 5 days after that, her score boosted 81 points. Look at the results on my page. You can click on the link and look at those results. They're on there, and this is the type of power that trade lines have. Now, they won't work the same exact way for everybody because everybody's credit report is not the same. So we're just gonna, as I'm explaining this, we're gonna keep in mind, we're gonna be thinking about someone's credit report who has no credit at all, no revolving credit, no credit usage, no payment history, none of that. So what a trade line does for that particular individual is it gives them a kickstart. It adds an account to their credit report. It gives them payment history. It gives them credit usage. It gives them the things that you need for a good credit report. As I explained in one of my live videos before, there are multiple things that make up a credit report. Now, the usual credit repair guy is going to tell you or take your money and say, okay, you pay me to remove derogatory items, that's it. Now, that's the conventional way. At Financial Freedom Credit Repair, we repair different. We get down to it. It's not all about removing stuff. You have to be educated on multiple areas, all of the areas that make up your credit report. Here are 4 areas. There are 6 different areas. If you go on your Credit Karma report, you'll see 6 different sections, and some might be red, some might be green. If they're red, that means you need to work on it. If you're yellow, that means you're all right. But if you're green, that means you're good. These are only 4 of the sections, and I only got 4 up here because a trade line targets only 4 of those sections, but it's good because it's 4 out of 6. So that means that your score is going to increase. The 2 that's not up here is inquiries and derogatory items. There's no way that a trade line can impact those 2 things. So, like I said, I'm going to repeat the definition. A trade line is a credit account, credit card, something like that, that's already established that impacts your credit in a positive way. So, first we got total accounts. Now, like I said in one of my lives before, you want to be educated on all of the different areas of your credit report. Your total accounts is an area of your credit report. So, your total accounts. You want a minimum of 11 accounts, people. I know a lot of people do not like credit cards. A lot of people do not like getting into loans and stuff like that. But when you like trying to get a car and stuff like that, you're creating accounts. There are different types of accounts, and you want a minimum of 11 accounts to be in the good. So if you go on your Credit Karma report and you see a section that says total accounts and it's red, that means you probably don't got 11 accounts, because in order for that section to be green, you have to have a minimum of 11 accounts. A trade line increases your total accounts by 1, by 2, however many trade lines you choose to purchase. It increases your total accounts by that much. Hold on 1 second. By 1, by 2, however many trade lines. I gotta get on here because I can't really see the comments because I got the phone facing that way. That's why I'm on this other phone. But yeah, if you guys are watching this, please share and comment, like. If you got questions, we're gonna answer them. But yeah, okay, so total accounts, like I was saying, it increases your total accounts, people. This is what you want. You want an increase in total accounts. At Financial Freedom Credit Repair, we have a system where we help you obtain your first credit card if you have never dealt with credit cards. And then after that, we continue to help you obtain different credit accounts. A trade line is a different credit account. It's a type of account. Like I said, it's nothing more than a credit card. You will essentially just be added as an authorized user on someone's card, and that card will report on your credit report. And that, report on your credit report. So, right here it says a lot of accounts shows that you're active. This is why you want a lot of accounts, because when that lender, you go to buy that car, and that lender pulls your credit report, he wants to know that you are actually, being active with your credit. That's the only way that he can feel like he can trust you with his money. Because if he pulls your credit report and he sees that you're not active and you don't do anything with your credit, how will he know that you will pay him back? So, like I said, your credit report, your credit profile, people, is just a way to show how credible you are, to make sure in the lender's eyes that you will pay them back, that you are trustworthy. So a trade line targets that, increasing accounts, increase in your score. It boosts your score. Now we have credit age. And in one of my live videos, I talked about credit age. I talked about all of the areas. And your credit age is an area. Now, what's meant by credit age? You want a minimum of 7 years being in the good with a credit card, a credit account, some type of credit account. So, if you purchase a trade line that has, we call it seasoned. That's called seasoned. If you purchase a trade line that has been in the good for 7 years, now it's reporting on your report, it looks as if you have been in the good for 7 years. So this is the reason why a trade line will help your credit age. And once again, the reason why you want to be in the good over a long period of time is because it just proves that you are a credible individual. It proves that you have been disciplined over a nice amount of time. Now, to get further into the reason why these trade lines are just gold. The trade line that I put on that client's card, that client's report, if you guys are watching, it was only seasoned for 5 months. It was relatively new. I only had it for 5 months, and it was only a credit limit of $300, and it increased her score by 81 points. So with that being said, imagine if that increased that client's credit report by 81 points. Imagine purchasing a trade line of, let's see, $1,000 credit limit that's been seasoned for 2 years. Yeah, it's gonna definitely do some good to your report, man. Yeah. So what a trade line does to your credit age, it increases the amount of time you've been active. Like I said, we're gonna keep in mind, we're gonna be imagining a credit report, a person whose credit report is nothing. Like they don't have no credit history, no payment history, nothing. So when they purchase this trade line, it increases the amount of time that they've been active. So before they purchased the trade line, the credit report showed that they were never active with their credit. So whatever this has on it, say like the 5 months, before I put it on there, that section was showing that she was never active. But after I put it on there, now her report is showing 5 months active. So now she looks a little more credible. That's all the trade. The trade line increases your credibility, people. Moving right along, credit usage. If you watch my videos, I'm always talking about this. If you follow my page, if you pay attention to any of the credit tips that I'm putting out there, you want your credit usage low. Contrary to the belief of everybody. It's just amazing how many people just think that you should max out your credit card. You should not do that. Like I say this all the time, people. It's ways to deal with credit, especially when you're first starting off with your credit. It's ways to spend credit, and it's ways to use the credit to increase your score so that in the future you will be able to splurge. But once you first start off, like if you're 18 or 19, or even if you're older and you're just getting active with your credit, you never want to look at it as extra money, and you never want to go crazy and spending your whole limit. That's a no-no, because then what that does, it has your credit usage through the roof. So if you go on your Credit Karma report right now, and your Credit Karma report says 100% usage, that's not good. I know. We think we look at 100% like from school days and like, oh man, that's an A, that's an A plus, like we good. No. If you're looking at your credit uses and it says 100%, that means that you maxed out your credit card, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So what you want to do is keep it at a maximum of 25%. Now, the trade line offsets that. I say this all the time. Whenever you add accounts, you automatically decrease your credit uses. It's an indirect correlation because it's debt to credit ratio. So whenever you add any account that's revolving, you're gonna in turn decrease your usage. So say if your usage is at 50%, and I put a trade line on there with the uses of 1%, you know, you gotta do some math, but that will decrease it by however much that averages out to be. So that's why the trade line is beneficial. Now just think about it, like, a lot of people think credit repair takes 5 to 7 years just because of the notion of things have to get deleted. Like, first of all, a lot of people think of credit repair and think of deleting things, deleting derogatory items, deleting inquiries. That's not all there's to it. If you ever hear of the term build your credit, you have to do that while you're getting those things deleted. So at Financial Freedom Credit Repair, what we do is, as we are disputing, so say for instance, we send out your dispute letters today. Within 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to give you a call and say, okay, this is the next step. The next step is to obtain some type of line of credit. If you are not an individual with a credit card or something like that, we will look for a trade line or a secured credit card, or both. The more the merrier, because we want our total accounts up there. So, so the trade line will definitely decrease the usage, and like I said, with your usage, you want it to stay at a maximum of 25%. People, you don't want to go over that. A lot of people think it's 30%, but I say 25%, and I myself only use 10%. I just posted some results the other day. Well, it wasn't actually results. It was like a glimpse of my credit report because I was using like 3%. And the source that I was using, it said that this is excellent. So basically, it had said if you stay under 10%, that's excellent. You want all of these categories to be in excellent. If you go on your Credit Karma report, and you're gonna see a category of very poor, poor, fair, good, and excellent. If you are an excellent, that means you're shooting toward that 850 range, and that's what we want. That's ideal. A lot of people will settle for the 7s. That's cool too, because actually, you know, you have to have like a minimum of like 650 in order to start getting approved for certain things. But the higher your score, the better, and we shoot for the best. We shoot for 850s, people. So yeah, if you are on Credit Karma and anything is in that excellent range, that's shooting for the 850s. And that's what we want. That's what I want. I know I want my score top notch. So, TradeLine decreases your credit usage. That's what you want. Payment history. It increases the percent of payments made on time. People, if you go on your Credit Karma, I'm always referencing Credit Karma because I love the way they have it mapped out. I love the way they have it mapped out. If you go on your Credit Karma report, there are six sections. Now, those sections are what you need to be focusing on to have a good credit report. These are 4 of the sections. The 2 that I don't have up here are inquiries and collections, and I don't have those 2 up here because we're talking about TradeLines, and TradeLines does nothing for that. However, it does everything for this. Now, payment history. If you go on your Credit Karma report and you look at the section that says payment history, you want that at 100%. Why? I'm going to tell you. If you go and try to purchase a car and they see and they look at your report, and they're not just looking at the score. Like, don't get it mixed up. They're not just looking at the score. They're looking at your report. And this is the stuff that your report consists of. So you go to try to buy that car, and they look at your report, and they see that your payment history is at like 75%. What's 85? That's not that bad, but it's not 100. You want it at 100 though, you know. Especially like if you look at your Credit Karma report and as it compares to like whether you being in the green, the excellent range from the very poor range and stuff like that, you definitely want it in the 100. But okay, so we're just gonna say 50%. So if you go in that car dealership and they look at your payment history and it says 50%. They're like, hold on. So basically, it's like a 50% chance of you paying me. If your payment is if you only paying off your bills or like whatever's reported, your car note or whatever, your student loan, if you're only paying that off by 50%, it's only a 50% chance that you're gonna pay me. You know. So with that being said, you want this at 100%. Because if I'm that dealer, and I look at your credit report and I see 100%, I'm okay, all right. They pay on time. That's all they want to know. They want to know that you pay on time. They want to know that you are disciplined with your finances by only being able to use a certain amount of what's available to you. They want to see that you have been disciplined over a nice period of time, and they want to see that you are very active. Like once all these things are the ingredients to a great credit report, people. It's not all about deleting derogatory items. It's not all about deleting inquiries. And a matter of fact, out of those 2 things, like derogatory items, that's high impact, but inquiries, that's low impact. So in my company, we zone in on the things that are high impact first. So we got credit usage. That's a high impact. That has a high impact on your score. Payment history, high impact. Credit age, that's medium impact, you know, so that's in the middle. And they say it's medium impact just because, like, it takes time to grow your history over time unless you purchase that TradeLine that's already seasoned. So if you purchase that TradeLine that has 10 years on it, so that means it's been good for 10 years, it's been in good standing for 10 years. If you purchase that TradeLine, it's going to report on your report, and it looks as if your credit age, you've been active for 10 years, you know, and you want to have a nice amount of accounts, man. So like I said, these are the ingredients, people. Contrary to what you believe, we definitely need to rap. I teach the same thing to my students, my community. Yeah, most definitely, Corey. Like, this is all, the only reason why I do it. Like, I want to put the education out there, Corey. Like, I'm sure you are on the same wave, man. Like, I want to put the education out there just because I feel like the miseducation was put out there on purpose, just because it's a business. The credit business is a business, and they prosper off of people having bad credit. Like one of the biggest misconceptions is you should carry over a balance. You shouldn't pay off your whole credit card balance by your payment date. That's blasphemy. That's crazy. That's just like, that's crazy. And the only reason why they want you to believe that is because That's the way the interest rates hit you. So when a person calls me and tell me like, I don't think I want to deal with this credit card because of the APR, I instantly tell them, okay, look, this is lesson number one. You feel me? APR only affects you if you carry over a balance. So if you pay off everything by your payment date, then the next day you don't have a balance. They can't tax $0. They cannot tax that. And that's the way that they make their money. So like I was saying, people, like I really want to just get the education out there. Like Corey, I want to get the education out there so we won't be in these situations. We need a better understanding of these things. Like I said, another big misconception is just that credit repair only consists of deleting derogatory items. No, we have to focus on these. We have to learn about these, because once your credit is repaired, it makes no sense to go out and then mess it up again. You know, so that's why I'm here. I'm here for the education. I'm here to put this out to you guys. That's why I do these videos for free, so you guys can learn and tune in and just, you know, get a better feel for what credit is all about, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there that I want to really clear up. The main reason why I want to clear these things up is because I've been through it. You know, I was told all the misconceptions and the wrong formulas for things, and it didn't go well for me. So I had to teach myself. I had to do a lot of digging, I had to do a lot of experimenting, and this is what you have. So yeah, that's trade lines, people. Trade lines are very good. They're a very useful tool. They boost scores. They boost them almost instantaneous, especially in comparison to the misconception of how long it takes to repair credit. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is not nothing just for credit businesses, people. You as an individual, once you repair your credit, once you learn how to properly manage your credit card, once you learn how to properly manage your credit usage, and you have your, well, no, this don't even matter. As long as you have your credit usage right on that credit card, you can add people as an authorized user onto that credit card for money. That's all a TradeLine business is, people. If you go to a TradeLine website, it's going to be a bunch of credit cards. These credit cards are owned by people like me and you. And what they do is they put people on as an authorized user. That's all I do. You know, that's all I do. So you will be getting charged. You will be getting put on as an authorized user on a credit card. And that good credit will report to your credit report. So I'm saying that to say, if you want to make extra little cash, like, get your credit in order, get your knowledge in order when it comes down to these sections of credit, and then go and start promoting. Tell people about it. Tell your family, like, okay, look, you know, it's probably kind of bogus if you do it to your family, but like, everybody is different with family though. But like, yeah, tell your friends or your peers, like, look, if your credit needs a little extra boost, just give me like $200. I'll put you on my card as an authorized user. I'll put you on there for 2 or 3 months, or however long it would take for you to get your own credit card. Then I'll take you off, you know, and that's that. That's the credit. That's the TradeLine business. That's the TradeLine business in a nutshell, people. So yeah, man, trade lines can put money in your pocket. It can boost your scores. It's very just listening to myself talk right now. It's very useful. It's actually a very powerful, that word right there, boost, that's exactly what it do. Because like I said, I'm going to get back to my client that I just took on at least like 10 or 11 days ago. And her score has already increased 81 points. All right, if that don't scream results, I don't know what do. So this is TradeLine. So that's that in a nutshell. I'm going ahead and wrap this up, people. I hope y'all learned something from this. I hope that y'all shared this video. If you're catching this on the runaround, I hope that you will share this video. Visit my page. The link is at the bottom. Go ahead, tap on the link. Subscribe to my YouTube page as well. It's FF Credit Repair. FF Credit Repair. And my Instagram is FF's Credit Repair. That's all for now. DM me for free consultation. I always talk about my free consultations. They are very, very useful. If you know nothing about credit, I guarantee you will know 100% more than what you knew about credit. And plus, once you're done with my free consultations, because I break down exactly what's hurting you, I break down exactly how to turn it around, and I break down exactly what I will be doing and why this will turn it around, you know? So, yeah, DM me for a free consultation. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll catch y'all later. If I can, yeah.